Hello, on this Wednesday, temperature's not quite as cold this morning as what we had expected, just freezing. 32 degrees, some of those clouds and the breeze really keeping things a little warmer the last couple of nights in the overnights, but it was in the low 20s across western Minnesota, hard freeze there. And while we had some chilly temperatures, we are not seeing the snow that they saw. Lake effect snows, of course, a warm Lake Superior creating up to 11 inches of snow in the UP of Michigan in those higher terrain areas right in the middle of the UP. And of course, northern Minnesota had a little bit of snow too. This is looking near Devil's Track Lake between Grand Marais and Grand Portage. A little dusting of some snow there as seen by the air. And some of you even saw flurries in parts of the metro earlier in the week. And of course, we talked about how warm October was here, but it's also going to go down as one of the top 10 warmest globally. And that's despite it being a La Nina year, which typically brings cooler conditions, especially North America. But in the new normals of a warmer world, La Nina kind of doesn't have much of an impact. This was a huge temperature anomaly across particularly Canada, but all of Eastern North America that we were beneficiaries of here in Minnesota as well. Our ninth warmest October, but for some places in Canada, it was one of the warmest. And another record, United Arab Emirates, of course, in the desert there, 104 degrees they hit the other day. That's the warmest all-time November temperature for them. So still plenty of heat in the northern hemisphere, despite the change in seasons. We've got cold, high pressure to the southeast. Hasn't given us a ton of sunshine the last few days because that air is so cold aloft that we've just been seeing enough shallow instability to create these clouds and even some of those flurries. But the cold we've had the last few days is going to be moving east. We've got the reemergence of a big high pressure ridge in the middle of the atmosphere all the way up again into northern Canada, blocking a ridge that's going to bring well above normal temperatures. The normal high by this weekend is only in the mid 40s. We're going to see highs into the low 60s, so way above it. But a bigger storm system next week is going to bring in some colder air and also the potential for a decent storm system here in the central part of the country. But Saturday, temperature should be in the low 60s, 50s for northern Minnesota, so very mild for the time of year. Great timing with the weekend too. Sunday, we're looking at highs into the 60s. In northern Minnesota, probably just shy of 60 once again. So again, those temperatures 15 to 20 degrees above the average and pretty dry here through the weekend, early next week. But as I've alluded to, all the models are hinting at a big storm system somewhere here in the central part of the country. Now, this is the American model in particular. Probably will start as rain for many of us, even places that get snow. And then the American model is pretty aggressive with the cold, creating a swath of heavy snow from the prairie provinces of Canada, potentially into the upper Midwest. The European and Canadian models, though, not quite as aggressive with the cold, so that makes it a mainly rain event. So here's kind of the scenarios as they play out. American model can see a lot more snow, and then the snow becomes more patchy and further north and west with the European and Canadian model. So something to watch, though, late next week. We could be looking at a storm system that'll bring at least some beneficial rain, if not the first accumulating snow for some areas. Over a week away, though, a lot can happen, but we haven't seen anything quite like that to at least entertain us, we shall say. 44 degrees, our last chilly day, lighter winds too, and then we're back into the 50s, 60s for the weekend, and it looks mild right through probably Tuesday and Wednesday next week before we see that upper level low bring in that chance of rain and really tug in some colder temperatures as well by the end of next week. Hey everyone, meteorologist Sven Sungard here. Please be sure to like this video, also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this with others.